How you doing? This is Chance Vaughn. I'm from Denham Springs my whole life. Went to Denham Springs High School, and I went to college, went to Southeastern, and then, of course, 9/11 happened. I wanted to do something to try to help, because these bad people try to put us away. So I went in the Army. I went to 75th Raiding Battalion, Special Operations, and I really liked my job. Of course, I went 3 times Iraq, 4 times Afghanistan. Then October 1st, 2007, I went to Mosul, Iraq, and we knew this is a bad person, and went in there, and he shot me first, of course, my left arm, right there, and the second time I got shot, he shot me in the face with a Russian .45 pistol. Of course, you can see half of my brain was blown away. And I went to Germany, and then after that, I went to Walter Reed Hospital. And these doctors and nurses just beyond understood what happened, helped me so much. The doctors told me doing 6 or 8 months to go back home. I was like, I couldn't not say it, but I was like, I'm not gonna make 6 months. I wanna go before that. So from 2008 till 2011, straight up, and about 2010, close to 2010, my speech therapist and my physical therapist was like, Chance, you're pretty close, you're doing great, you're pretty much at the end, you need to go. I said, roger that.
I knew Chance from school. He was a year behind me. I graduated a year ahead of him. But there's a guy named Alec Peary, great guy. He was a friend to both of us, and he called me. And he's the one that let me know and kept me up to date what was going on with Chance after his injuries. And he's the one that asked us if we could really help him, and we focused our attention to Staff Sergeant Chance Vaughn.
So he called me, Brent Ballard called me, and hey man, the chances is Brent Ballard. I'm from Storm 22. I'm helping vets, and would you like to come kill a deer, and a nice deer, and up there north in Missouri? I was like, sure. I mean, I love deer hunting. I'm always outdoors my whole life. I've loved deer hunting, loved duck hunting.
We started looking around with ranches and stuff, and I believe Paul Epperson actually had contact with Mr. Bob. He called us, said, hey, this is what he's talking about. He's a veteran himself. He wants to help y'all, give him a call, and it just went from there.
I called him, and he was excited. I just asked him if he would like to go hunting and take a hunt to the Oaks Game Ranch in Stover, Missouri. He said that'd be great. He loved it. And he said America.
He started texting me also where we going, and I saw the pictures. I was like, oh my God, they've got a lot of big deer there. So I was like, oh my God, that is awesome, man. I would love to come. It's beautiful here. There's no pines, there's no thicket here. It's a beautiful oaks here, beautiful hills. More deer I've ever seen. So many big deer, so many beautiful deer.
In the Oaks Game Ranch, they give us an area of a size on a deer that Chance Vaughn could kill. We came up here looking for that deer and that size of a deer.
The first day, he told me just look, and oh my God. Big deer, huge deer, a lot of deer. We see some deer, same deer, and Mrs. Bob, he wants the deer you want, and I said, Mr. Bob, I don't want any deer, you know, but he said, you don't kill a big one, you know. I said, roger that, Mr. Bob.
The particular deer that we had in mind for Chance just wasn't there, you know, each time he hunted. So one of the guys here, Mr. John, who knows this place like nobody else, I believe, he told us right off the bat, he said, Brad, don't worry about it. I know where this deer is at. I'm gonna find this deer. I'm gonna know where it's at, and I'll get him on the deer.
He located the area where the deer was at, and he allowed Chance Vaughn to be able to do a spot and stalk. And he spot and stalked this deer until he finally got up on him close enough to where he could get a shot on it.
And I seen the deer, I couldn't tell, you know, obviously there's a bunch of trees in the thicket, and I couldn't really tell the horns, and Mr. Bob said, trust me, it's a big deer, so roger that. And I shot that deer. And it dropped it pretty much, it moved a little bit, but you know, I killed the deer. my God. Well,
Yeah.
the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life, and the biggest deer I've ever seen just killed. So happy and very happy. I'm proud of all of this. Storm 22, all about it. People helped me to just kill the biggest deer, and I have no other clue. The people helped me, and I've killed the biggest beautiful deer. I've got beautiful Missouri right here, Mr. Bob, and I don't know what to say.
The size deer that he was able to kill exceeded our expectations and was much bigger than the size that he was originally going to kill. So we got to give special thanks out to Bob Story and Oaks Game Ranch for making this happen.
Oh my God, the biggest deer my whole life, and I've been shaking, and I ain't stopped shaking yet. Yes, I don't know what to say. I don't understand what to say. How about that? A lot of people, they're done in the military. It's very, very, very hard, and I know this. A lot of people have PTSD. It's so hard to do all you've done and just come back here in Louisiana and back home in the United States. It's just, it's switch that fast people are, and I know because I've been there many times. And I'm lucky for me, the Storm 22 for Brent and Brad, they brung me and they let me calm, let me relax, have fun. Kill a big old huge deer, hang out with my dad. He helped me more than anyone will never know. And I don't know what to say. I want to say thank you for Storm 22.
We started this organization to bring national attention to 22 veterans a day taking their own life due to PTSD and traumatic brain injury.
We're both veterans. We both have multiple deployments, and so we share a common bond just in being veterans and being overseas and doing that.
There's more veterans committing suicide in just the state of Louisiana alone than are killed by drunk drivers and house fires in a year. There's more veterans that's taking their own life every year than that's being killed in battle, in combat.
We aid each other with therapy, I guess you could say, by talking, and that kind of helps us with our PTSD.
It is up to you. It's up to you. What do you want to do? If you want to do it, you can do it. And that's another thing. It's up to anybody. They told me 6 to 8 months. I went less than a month and a half. So that's another thing that people don't understand, that you can do what you want to do. And that's one of my favorite things about that. And I'm proud when I did what I've done. And I'm very so proud I am. And I love it back here in Louisiana my whole life, and I always have and always will.